Welcome to Iran, the land of ancient Persia. Over the past century, this nation has undergone incredible transformations from monarchy to revolution, war to peace, and growth to globalization. Join us as we explore Iran's rich history, the diverse cultures of its cities, and the heart-warming cuisine that brings people together. In the early 1900s, Iran was ruled by the Qajar dynasty, an era marked by foreign intervention and internal strife. The nation's wealth and resources were frequently subject to British and Russian influence, particularly the lucrative oil reserves. Amidst this turmoil, in 1925, Reza Khan rose to power, establishing the Pahlavi dynasty. As Reza Shah Pahlavi, he sought to modernize Iran. Infrastructure, railways, and education systems were expanded, but his secular reforms were met with mixed reactions. During World War II, Iran's strategic position and oil reserves made it vital to the Allies. In 1941, Reza Shah was forced to abdicate under Allied pressure, paving the way for his son Mohammad Reza Pahlavi to ascend the throne. Young and ambitious, Mohammad Reza Shah faced immense challenges, balancing modernization, Western influence, and the growing calls for democracy. In 1951, a pivotal moment came when Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh nationalized Iran's oil industry, challenging foreign control. His actions were celebrated by the Iranian people, but seen as a threat by the British and the United States. In 1953, Mossadegh was overthrown in a CIA-backed coup, an event that deeply influenced Iranian attitudes towards foreign intervention. The Shah returned to power with US support, but resentment simmered. Part 4: The White Revolution and Modernization. In the 1960s, Mohammad Reza Shah launched the White Revolution, a series of ambitious reforms aimed at modernizing Iran. Land redistribution, women's rights, and industrial development were central pillars. Despite economic growth, many traditional sectors of society were alienated. Part 5: The Iranian Revolution of 1979. By the late 1970s, widespread dissatisfaction with the Shah's rule, fueled by political repression, inequality, and Western influence, boiled over. In 1979, the Iranian Revolution, led by Ayatollah Khomeini, ended 2,500 years of monarchy, transforming Iran into an Islamic republic. Part 6: The Iran-Iraq War, 1980 to 1988. Shortly after the revolution, Iran faced one of its most devastating conflicts, the Iran-Iraq War. Saddam Hussein's Iraq, seeking to capitalize on Iran's instability, launched an invasion in 1980. The war lasted 8 brutal years, leaving over 1 million casualties and scarring a generation. Part 7: Iran in the late 20th century. After the war, Iran focused on reconstruction. The 1990s saw a period of political shifts with the election of reformist President Mohammad Khatami, who advocated for social freedoms and improved relations with the West. However, tensions with conservative factions persisted. Part 8: The 21st Century, Iran Today. In the 21st century, Iran remains a key player in the Middle East. Despite facing international sanctions and internal challenges, the country has advanced in fields like science, technology, and military strength. Under Presidents Ahmadinejad, Rouhani, and Raisi, Iran's political landscape has shifted between hardliners and reformists. Part 9: The People and Culture of Iran. Iran is home to a rich tapestry of people, from the Kurds in the west to the Azeris in the north, the Baluch in the southeast, and Persians at its heart. Iran's ethnic diversity is reflected in its language, art, and tradition. Each city has its unique identity. Shiraz, known for its poets and gardens, Isfahan for its stunning architecture, and Yazd for its Zoroastrian heritage. The hospitality of the Iranian people is legendary, welcoming visitors from around the world. Part 10: The Flavors of Iran. Iranian cuisine is a celebration of flavors. The use of herbs, spices like saffron and cinnamon, and slow-cooked stews are staples of the Iranian diet. From the famous kebabs of Tehran to the seafood of the Persian Gulf, every region offers its own delicacies. Sharing a meal in Iran is not just about food, it's about community, family, and tradition. Part 11. Iran's modern challenges and hopes for the future. As Iran moves into the future, it faces both challenges and opportunities. Economic pressures, political unrest, and calls for greater freedom are balanced by the strength of its young population, cultural pride, and resilience. Iran, a nation of contradictions and complexities, is also a country of beauty, warmth, and enduring culture. As we look back on its last century, we are reminded of its capacity for change and the deep roots of its civilization. The journey continues.